Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy. How you doing? How you doing?
Aton almost threw me off beat right there. Brr, brr. It's a Dr. Greenthumb Show. Hello. We're live on Twitch, Discord, and YouTube, and our home site, www.breal.tv. Welcome to it. To my right, Mr. Goodlight, DJ C minus.
What up? Happy Tuesday.
Word up. And to his right, my man, Psycho Les.
Salute.
Building.
Salute, brother. You know how we doing it Tuesday.
I like your hat work with that button up, son.
That's love. That's love. Thanks, man.
Looks real saucy.
Coordinate.
All right. In the treehouse, Bolton Blombo, Bra, and the Dominator.
Yo, shout to the King Brosha up in the building.
That's the Brosha. Hey, the Brosha's lit right now. That's for sure. Word up. And the strong one in the building, Tank Town.
What up, everybody? Happy Tuesday for real this time.
That's right. And we got my man, special guest, N8NOFACE
What
up in here.
Thank you for having me.
He's got the Brosha on crack today.
Steroids.
Yeah, we celebrate the broshas down here, bro, because we got Sendog. He's one of the brosha kings and
Right,
stuff
right.
like that. And, we appreciate it. Good.
Dope.
Yeah, man.
Hey, also want to say thank you for coming out to the Palladium
Oh,
and
thank
playing
you. It's my honor.
the Haunted Hill joint.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so grateful for that.
People that it was maybe their first time seeing you, they were like, they were on it, man. We got a lot of good response from the whole show as a
dope.
period, man. So I just wanted to say, man, thank you for that.
Oh, that was, I'm so grateful for that one, man. That's like a mark on my bucket list to rock with you guys. So thank you.
Yeah, man. It's great when you have an open crowd that like can just receive what people are putting down. If they're if you're putting it down solid,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like that they're open to receive it. Because we were talking about that the other, like just off air, like how you could be doing shows and you're giving this energy and you're not getting it back. And you think after the show, like, man, I don't know. Was that like, was it cool?
Exactly.
I mean, they weren't even moving. And then after that, you go out into the crowd or, you get your DMs back from that show and people are like, yo, man, that was the dopest thing I ever seen and blah, blah, blah. And you're in your head like thinking, well, what did they see? Because they weren't even moving.
Right, exactly.
And it's just the way people absorb a show. Some people, they're in the moment, they're in the now and like going crazy with everybody. And others are just like trying to process what's happening in that moment.
Exactly.
And so they're like captivated and they really can't go crazy because they're just so captivated in the moment watching. But there's a third element that is kind of, bothersome to the whole get down is when they're just like this with the phone. And they're just getting it. They're not like moving, they're just phones up. Right. And that's cool, for a time, but get into the show, man.
Exactly.
They want memories.
Put the goddamn phone down and absorb the show because that's what it's for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like what artists should do is, and I'm thinking way too far along for this, but like have the whole joint camera ready, catch every moment, and then an emailer goes out to all the fans with those clips. That way they ain't got to put them on their phone in the moment and you get all the clips.
That'd be dope.
Did it, you know, and you could customize your clips, whatever.
And then you know you're straight. You like, just
you're
enjoy the
straight.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
bag your phones. We'll send you the
Yeah,
clips.
yeah, like comedians do that at comedy shows. I heard they'll bag. You have to bag the phone because you can miss a comedy's a rhythm, so you miss a beat, you screw the whole joke up. So I heard that. I haven't been to a comedy show, but I heard they bag your phone or take it
Yeah.
from you. Yeah.
Well, you know, the other thing is that because of social media, you could burn out your routine if you're letting people
word.
film
Yeah,
it.
I can see that.
and then someone posts it, it goes viral.
No,
Yeah.
that's.
Nate, I think they're giving you a signal over there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, you know, like they don't want their material to get
I
gassed.
see that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they'll
Right.
have you bag your phone because like if you got a clip that goes viral, your joke's blown. You can't
Right.
use that anywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody's expecting it.
Right. All right.
It was like when Andrew Dice Clay was out there and he blew up with that one comedy album. And then he went back out and he kept doing those same ass jokes. And everybody knew those jokes by now
Right,
and
it
they
was
were
played.
burnt. And
Yeah,
it's like,
okay.
okay, that's cool, but what's the new stuff, right? And it's social media is definitely that way. If it blows up,
Yeah, I
you
can
know,
see that.
like
Yeah.
the minute you come to town, they're anticipating that joke.
Right.
And it might not be as funny.
Right. Okay. Now I've
know what
already
I'm saying?
heard it.
I've
Yeah.
already heard that joke. What's the new?
Andrew's known for that. Though.
And the well, yeah, he is. But I'm saying like comedians, they spend a lot of time coming up with the routine to memorize that whole deal, the pace of it,
Yeah.
and
Love it.
they torture themselves to death like if the lines are funny. Right, and the whole timing of it. So, like, yeah, they gotta bag the phone.
Right.
Otherwise, you know, all that work you put into this routine is gone with one post. If someone decides to be
true.
an asshole and like post the whole show,
Oh, it's done. Then yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
yeah,
Hey, man,
and there's people that'll do that.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, it's a 2-hour show. Psh, okay, where's my extra battery?
For 2 hours.
Juice in this whole thing.
Yeah.
And those, should bag the phone. Like rappers should bag the phones. If you're putting out like a show that's like you do unique stuff in there and you're trying to build anticipation through talk of like, yo, man, I seen this guy do such and such
Dope.
last
That
night.
would be dope.
Show me the footage. Oh, man, he bagged everybody's phone. You can't, they ain't
That's
allowing no
dope.
one to see. You got to come there to see it.
Yeah.
it wouldn't be hip hop without phones.
Less.
I know what you're gonna say.
What am I going to say?
That there was no phones back then.
Right. We had no phone.
We managed.
That's some new stuff that they, you know, popped off and, you know, with all this new technology, you know. But I'm saying fans were in the moment
Yeah.
when they didn't have their phones in their hands. They were enjoying every
Sure.
aspect of that show, all the little nuances, everything from your lighting to things you might have said that are not on the record.
Exactly.
And, you know, to your crowd participation stuff, they're locked in a different way. When they have access to the phone, they could come take a picture of the moment or film it. Boom,
You're out of the moment.
disconnection.
I have.
You're out of the moment. And for me, I think comedians got it down in that sense by taking the phones.
Do you think people would come to a rap show if they couldn't have their phone? Or you?
I think they would if they love that band enough. They
Yeah.
might bitch and moan. Oh man, I don't want to take my phone.
Not these young kids today.
That's just
They need their phone.
Nah, you don't. Some artists do that and they get away with it. And they said, but some still sneak in their phones. I mean, there's always them little shifty
Right. Okay.
folks that like manage to slip in a phone or two, like Dave Chappelle at the Hollywood Bowl. Like
Yeah.
5 phones got slipped in
Oh, that's how we
out
saw
of
that.
out of like what is the Hollywood Bowl hold sold out? About
Like 8,000-9,000.
what do you think, Steph Tone? 12,000 maybe.
No, I've never been there.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say round it off at 12,000, right?
17.5 according to
Boom,
Google.
17.
Damn.
That's 1,000 more than the Staples Center. How about that?
Oh,
Or
shit.
crypto, sorry. So out of 1,750, 5 or 6 people, maybe 10, got their phones in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's pretty good though. You know, when you think
Right.
about it.
Okay. Yeah.
But it managed to keep his show sort of tight until one of those dickheads released the footage, and then you saw everything that happened, and you saw the jokes and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were we gonna say?
Like same thing that just happened at Beyonce's show over in Dubai. Like she had everyone like put their phone in the pouch. You know what I mean? Like that
okay.
was the thing. You had to sign, and put your phone in the pouch, and then you carried it with you, and then but yeah, all she wanted no camera footage. She wanted none of it. You know what I mean? But they still,
Hey, look.
tons of people got it.
Because there's always gonna be some people that know how to open the bag. You got like check the phone.
Yeah.
Like coat check. Check the phone. We're not allowing any phones. There's no bag. You're gonna hold it in.
Oh, right.
Matter of fact, open your bag. We want to see if you got a phone in here.
Open your ass cheeks.
Are you keystering a phone in here?
Yep.
Cop a squat and cough.
Yeah, dude. When I went to go see Tiffany Haddish a few years back, she had everyone check their phone in.
And someone put a phone in their vagina and came in, huh?
Spit it out.
You're gonna tell me this? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
I was just saying it was.
Slide it in like a credit card.
Well, it was the first one I went to, the first show I ever went to where they, had you bag your phone. So me and my friend Mark were like, oh, all right, this is different. And then you checked it in. You didn't have it on you. Right. You just got to.
That's what you should do.
Yeah, you just
that way you can get it open the minute they give it to you. I saw so many drunk people at the Chappelle show that kept the bag and they didn't bother to go to the guy because they thought the bag was like high technology, that it would just open up itself. It's like, nah, dickhead. You got to go to the guy over there for him to put the magnet on to open the lock to the fucking bag.
Yeah. You just, wow.
I was wilding out, B. Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm just saying, like, drunk fools skip that process. They're like, oh, let's get out of here.
Exactly.
And they forget. And we saw this dude. He was so faded, bro, like stumbling all over the place. And he's trying to tear the bag. He's doing everything. Nothing's working.
No way. So they are hard to get into.
Yeah, he's asked me, hey, homie, you got a knife? Because I'm Mexican, obviously. I got a knife. And I did, but it was in the car.
007.
It was in the car. I
wasn't
thought
wrong.
there wasn't much I was going to be able to do for him there. I'm like, hey, homie, you got to walk back up the hill and get that open, son. And, I don't think he did. I think his drunk ass
The
could
phone's
not make
still
it.
in there.
Nah, it's still in there. Took it to his butcher shop, homie, and got a torch to open it up. Something, I don't know. But yeah, like it all depends, man. If you don't care about it, you don't care that they have the footage, and you like, because some folks, they live off that. Like, oh, we want you to put your phones up right now.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They embrace. I don't care. I'll go either way. Like, to me,
Right.
I don't care if they got the phones or not. I just think that if you're putting forth a show that it's gonna blow people's minds, but you don't want to give it away because maybe it'll play it out. Yeah, you have them bag their phones. But
Right.
look, I'll tell you what. Went to the Roger Waters, The Wall, and that's a show you'd want people to bag the phone up because that is
Right.
one of the craziest shows visually, and to give that away is nuts. But they allowed people with phones up in there. Let me catch the wall.
Damn.
And they didn't care.
What I don't understand is it's a hip hop concert and they want to take your weed away off.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
I agree with
Real,
you.
like
That's
I'm going to
stupid
see
as hell.
Cypress Hill. You want
Yeah.
to take my weed? Nah.
You know what?
Oh, right.
I think the venue itself don't care. It's just that some of the security guards, they want to take your weed because they want to smoke it.
I can see that.
But you know what I did?
And some of them are uptight. And they,
And I can
like
see that too.
they're
Yep.
straight edge.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah.
Just on
But they're
couch.
not giving any directive. They're just doing that on their own. Because, I mean, any promoter that books us, what
You know
you're
what's
dealing
coming.
with.
Yeah.
You book Snoop, you know what you're dealing with. You
Word.
book Wiz Khalifa, you know what you're dealing with. You book Burner, you know exactly what you're dealing with. So to be going at the fans that are coming and buying the tickets,
The worst.
that's not good.
Yeah.
They
that's
got
not cool.
personal weed on them. It's not like they selling or something.
Right. Exactly.
No, we do.
It's
We
small.
let the promoters know. Hey, man, y'all,
Yeah,
I
don't.
got to be easy, man. Tell your securities to go light on our folks. They're here to enjoy the show. They bought the ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what you wanted. You
Yeah,
booked us. They bought the
exactly.
ticket.
Yeah.
Allow them to enjoy a Cypress Hill set the way
Should be.
it should be.
Exactly.
They're not like doing heroin
Yeah.
or taking meth.
Yeah. Right there.
They're smoking some.
That'd be a
Now,
wild
now
crowd.
some might have before they come to get in that pit, but most are smoking some weed.
Word.
Yeah.
And they're buying the drinks over at your damn bar.
$10
Let them be, man. You know?
Yeah, big shout out to all them big girls and all them girls with the big this and that's, because they be tucking. They be tucking. They get it in for you.
They be tucking. They be tucking.
They be tucking.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Ain't no one checking them.
Talk something.
Yeah, man. It's a crazy thing with these shows these days, man. The game has changed up. But it's still fun. I mean, I still have fun up there. Are you having fun up there?
I mean, I like. It's different. I don't know. Sometimes I get so nervous before I go on, and I don't even want to go on. Like, I get mad nervous. But then after, I'm like, I had the best time of my life and want to do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always get anxiety like crazy. But yeah, I'm having a blast.
I get that way for my solo shows.
No way.
I don't get that for Cypress. For Cypress, you know, it's all good. But for solo shows, I'm like,
Crazy.
what's this going to be like, man?
No way.
Yeah, that I still have that. But, you know, it keeps me tight. Because, like, I go out there and I'm like, make sure that I'm on it.
Exactly.
Because I don't have the backup of the other guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't use a hype man. Like, I cut through it myself. You know, like Julio G is my DJ for my solo stuff. So he basically, he does sort of the hype man work. But, you know, mostly it's me cutting through all the stuff. You know, myself, and like, you know, you just never know how it's going to be received. Because I look at my solo stuff different than I do than Cypress.
Oh, okay.
You know, for some reason.
Yeah, I never thought you'd have anxiety going up there, man.
Yeah, on my solo stuff, yeah, absolutely. Because I know how they're going to receive it with Cypress most of the time. With the solo stuff, it's hard to say.
Okay.
Usually it goes great, but like, you know, in my head, it's like,
yeah, that's where I'm worse.
Man, I'm doing my solo shit. Damn. Did it again. All right, let me just get it.
That's where we all get wrecked, is in the mind, man.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
in the mind, yeah.
For sure.
The mind is it just wants to whoop you down.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, if you let your mind race in this way, and usually like on the shows that doesn't happen, it's because I caught it before and meditated out of it.
So,
But if I didn't catch it and it's in the moment, and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that thing, man.
Like thinking of excuses. Hey, man,
It's water.
I gotta go.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to do.
Something came up.
And we were talking,
Although I've never done that.
and like what we were talking about again before the show is that the mind is the almighty. It is the powerful thing. It is what gives us this ability, known and unknown, to manifest our reality. Like if we sit there and we really go into our head, like you're talking about before the show, and we start freaking out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's what's gonna happen.
All day. You start sinking.
Yeah,
You manifest it
Yeah, I believe that.
by planting that seed.
Exactly.
That's, I mean, you know, that's everything.
You
And
got to
that's-
start planting the seeds you want to see grow.
Exactly.
Right. I learned a way to like turn the anxiety into fuel. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, well, I got to go up there. I mean, like, I can't say no. And then, you know, when you're up, when you want to, like you said, you know, there's times where I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this right now. And then you go up there and you just get through it. And next thing you know, it's fuel. And
Yeah,
then
no,
that's what it turns to.
Yeah.
That's what it ultimately, because if you let it break you, right, before you go on, and that anxiety is like beating you down to where you don't want to go, I mean, that could destroy you slowly,
Oh, man.
So
All the
you
time.
just got to go out there, rip the Band-Aid off, and knock it down. And once you get into momentum, all that anxiety goes away. You're just
I mean,
in the moment.
sometimes the best way to kill it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. See, if I get too
have a
drunk,
little,
though,
not you don't want to
Yeah,
get
yeah, that's
crazy.
what I'll go
you just
do.
want to kill
A little traguito.
Yeah, just to get you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'll go up there and then I'll start like, I just try to, I'm like, okay, I'm in a fight. You know, just wake myself up, and I'll start hitting myself and going crazy, and that's all. People think it's like for show, but it's really just to wake my ass up and be like, okay, I'm in it now, I'm here.
That's how you get hyped
Yeah,
up.
I'll punch myself, but now I gotta chill. I was on the tour with Horror opening for them, and I woke up one day on the bus, and the whole bus was spinning, and like I jumped out of the bunk, and the whole thing was moving, and for like a month I gave myself vertigo.
Yeah, you got
So
vertigo,
I was
yeah.
like, I had
man.
to chill. So now my girl's like, please stop hitting yourself in your head. So I started banging my chest, and
There you go. King
I
Kong.
don't know. I just gotta chill. But it's really just to fight that anxiety, man.
You know what's crazy is when we were opening up for the Beastie Boys on the Check Your Head tour, we would see Henry Rollins like hyping himself up before he went on.
No way, like alone or just
like alone. He'd had his I don't know if he used to take up Muay Thai, but he had Muay Thai shorts on. He would actually be in these shorts while he's
I
performing.
would see photos. You're right.
Yes,
Okay, always
these
short
black
shorts.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd be right there throwing kicks, punches, breathing like like an aggressive meditation. And he's even like making noises, grunts.
Bugged out.
And then he goes out and he's full Rollins mode.
So
you know what I'm
dope.
saying?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, wow.
I think he does all that pre-show warm-up training because part of a Rollins show, it might turn into a battle royale.
It might turn into a battle royale.
You got to be ready.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real because like it gets crazy. I remember one of those shows, they were throwing things on stage, right? And he warned him, hey, don't throw another thing on stage. Right? We're trying to like, do the show and like it's a punk rock deal.
Right.
He comes from that real.
Yes,
punk
he comes
rock.
from the real punk rock thing, but he's like trying to put it down. And he wants people to hear it and watch.
Right. Okay.
Right. So he tells the guy, hey, don't throw another thing up here. And he's got the mic wrapped around his hand. He's in this pose right here that you see on this screen.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And the dude tests him.
Oh no.
And he throws something. And without hesitation, he's in the middle of his thing. He's got his mic. He whips the mic out. Boom! It hits
Sick.
homeboy right in the forehead. Nozzle first. Bang! And he wraps the mic back up and he goes back into the song.
Never
like
missed a
nothing.
beat.
Never missed
So
a beat.
dope.
It was awesome. I was like, wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he does that to a degree because his experience has taught him that somebody is going to disrespect the boundary.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
punk
yeah.
rock
Okay.
music.
That's what I'm saying. From where he's coming from and what he's doing, he knows there's a habitual line stepper in the crowd.
Right.
And they can't wait to put the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Henry's, he's like a raw dude. I mean, he's been through a lot. I mean, he watched one of his best friends get killed right in front of him. You know what I mean? In his youth, you know what I mean? So he's seen some things.
Right. Yeah.
And like if
You don't unsee that.
you don't unsee that. And you don't mess with a dude like that.
Nah.
No.
Because he got fire in his heart.
Exactly.
Yeah,
real.
sometimes you gotta check. You gotta check a fan.
And he checked him, bro. Like that.
Damn.
I saw it because I was watching most of his shows. I made a point to watch the Rollins band because they were just off the chain. And man, I was watching him fling that mic like a spear and then reeling it back.
That's
It was like he
wild.
was gone fishing. And it cracked dude dead in the forehead. He didn't throw one goddamn thing after that, bro. He
That's
checked
so
himself. But it was dope watching that, man. To see Henry Rollins like warm up like that, because I would imagine that's hyping himself up,
Right.
getting himself ready for the battle,
Right.
but also working out the anxieties.
Okay. Dope.
Because I mean, it's a sold out show. It's like the Beastie Boys are like killing it at this point, and so are they. And we're not without our hype.
Right.
So it's like a sold out
Oh,
show.
that's so dope.
And he just would like hype himself up. You'd see him on the side just going through all his little stuff and be like, damn, he's pissed off. But it was just him hyping himself up.
Get ready.
Yeah, man. It's everybody has a different ritual.
A lot of times, though, like Les says, though.
The traguito.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little sip.
No, that's
For my
I'll try to do.
For my solo show, I'll have one little shot.
Yeah, I try
And
to
it'll settle
do it.
me in.
But if they book me too late, that's why I get nervous because I get bad anxiety. So I'll start drinking too much if it's a late show, and by like 1, if I'm on at like 12 or something, then I'm slizzard, I'm all wasted, and I'm like, oh man. So I'm trying to chill on that right now.
So it's safe to say you smoke like sativas when you smoke.
Yeah, you know what? I barely started because I was working aviation for 10 years, so I haven't.
Wow.
I stopped smoking because I was losing a few aviation jobs from smoking. So I
Right.
got a good job at Gulfstream in Long Beach, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna stop there or smoke during this one. So I quit for 10 years. So I'm barely smoking again because they shut us down and I'm laid off. So everybody's telling me smoke hybrid.
Yeah, smoke
So
hyper.
that's what I've been,
yeah.
but before I was smoking, I lived in Tucson, so all I was smoking is what they brought from Mexico.
Right.
I ain't smoking what everybody's smoking nowadays. Like, that's why that shit freaks me out. Like, I'll start crying about some shit I did when I was 10 or something. Like, I just gotta chill. So all my people are like, oh, just go ask for a hybrid.
Yeah.
So aviation?
Yeah, I was building interiors of planes. I started in Tucson and then came out here in Long Beach and started working for Gulfstream.
Nice.
And then they
Dope.
shut us down for COVID. And since that, I was like, screw it, let's try to live off the art. So we've been trying to live off the art now for about a year and a half, 2 years.
That's awesome, man.
400
Really
millis full spectrum.
Oh man. Yeah. Full 400 milli full spectrum. Boy, that'll put you in a place.
What's that?
It's okay. So, aside from doing like edibles, like the sweets and things that you see, like cookies, brownies, and gummies and things like this, right? That's the edible form. So that people that maybe can't smoke or they don't want to smoke, they want to ingest it like that.
Okay.
There's another way. It's still an edible because you're consuming it, but it's like a RSO oil or RSO was what they call it, and it's full spectrum oil. It looks dark. It looks like heroin, to be honest, and it's alcohol based. Like the way they process it is through alcohol. And there's the other full spectrum oil, which is made out of what is it, live resin or something like this, and they press that, so there's no alcohol, there's no nothing. It's completely pure, right? And they put these in syringes so that you can either put it on a dab nail.
Oh, okay.
Like an e-nail like this, or whatever type of nail you might have to do dabs with, or you can consume it as an edible, like so you could put it in a gel cap and consume it, and it'll hit you that way. So like we over here been rocking the gel caps. Oh my God!
No way.
Yeah, man.
While doing the show, will you guys be like?
Not yet, but that's coming.
No. We haven't dared pop a gel cap before the show.
Okay,
like,
word.
I mean, it is heavy.
Yeah.
But it is coming though. We have planned.
Yeah,
No.
there is plans. Like we're
There's-
supposed to take it like at a time in the morning, so it hits perfectly when we do the
Okay,
show.
right.
Yes, what I'm doing is gathering up the, what is needed, and then
Okay,
I
right.
will issue it out the night before, and
Dope.
then call everybody and say, hey, we are taking it.
Oh, everyone's
this
got a
time.
Zoom, like everyone
Yeah.
popping in at the same time.
And then we get here and try and get through this shit.
Dope. That's gonna be
Alright.
classic.
I'll be like this.
We did it on
Shrooms.
moderation
okay.
dose of mushrooms.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, I remember that.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
And that was cool. We're gonna do that again. too,
Dope.
pretty soon.
You just catch you, just shake
Have you got down with mushrooms, microdose?
Yeah.
Do you feel it helps with your anxieties?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm such a mess with my anxiety, but yeah, when I take it, I love the way I'm feeling. I only like to not where I'm tripping, just kind of a light glaze and
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah,
to be
that-
tripping.
Yeah, that's that micro. Have you tried before a show? Have you tried
No, I haven't.
the Palladium show? I was microdosing.
No way. Oh shit.
Yeah.
And still getting on the drums and the congas and all
yeah,
that.
man. Yeah.
That's
It doesn't
dope.
affect that. It just made me feel like I was a little behind everything. I know that I wasn't,
Right, no, you were no.
but it made me feel that I was.
Behind the beat, you mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but it was in a good way. Like I felt good.
like a lazy flow or
Yeah, it
something.
was almost on some lazy shit. Damn it, I did it again. Oh no,
you're
no,
good.
I'm good.
We're good.
I'm good. All right, cool. I see that.
Fuck yeah.
I would say, like take a microdose
Okay.
before a show, man. Like
People have
it's-
recommended CBD.
like maybe an hour before. That way,
Okay.
like when do your anxieties usually hit?
like as the show gets closer. So right when we pull up to the building.
Right.
Yeah.
So right when you pull up to the building is when you should pop it,
Okay.
and then just let those feelings go away, and you'll be able to do the show. It's nothing like
Like,
that,
yeah,
'cause
no,
it's
you're
light.
right. Yeah.
But it puts you in this
You'll
good.
be offbeat though.
You might feel it, but you won't be. But
No, right.
it gives you this good feeling, man. Like and you forget about any anxieties.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's hard to be in a bad mood on it.
Right, yeah.
Really hard. Yeah,
It's hard.
Great.
No, you're right. I've never had when I have microdosed or I've always had the best time of my life. Even if I went a little heavy and trip, even the next day I feel all great and like woke. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like it feels cool. I like shrooms.
Yeah, shrooms are good.
We all had a good dose for the bowling, right?
Yeah.
Wait, you had bowling
Yeah.
on shrooms?
Yeah,
No.
we had a Be Real TV bowling
Oh, sick!
night
I
where
missed that.
all of us. Well, we haven't put it out.
Oh,
yet.
okay, word.
Those are coming. But yeah, we all decided before we went that we were gonna pop a microdose. Actually, we didn't even decide that. It was a spur of the moment.
Naturally happened.
Yeah.
Spur of the
No.
moment thing, and I just happened to have one for everyone that was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
If anybody else had showed up, I would have been short.
It worked out perfect.
But it worked out
Yeah, That's the
perfectly.
universe.
And it was a good time.
Dope.
It was a good time.
Totally.
I would definitely do that again.
Yeah.
I would.
Like activities are more fun. I think you appreciate them a little bit more.
Yeah, I hear people work out on it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Okay.
Like after doing the show, I mean, we used to do the shows on like real mushrooms.
Right,
Like
right.
really,
I bet.
really like get it and be melting on stage. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
the microdose
so
is
hot.
light,
Right. Okay.
but I would rather do that than what we were doing in the 90s
Right,
and
okay.
melting on stage. I wouldn't change the experience because we had fun. And
Right.
it was crazy getting through a show like totally blitzed out like that. But like being in control and having fun and feeling connected,
So dope.
that's dope. So I would say
Let me ask you:
moderation.
Does smoking and drinking affect
No.
mushroom?
No.
Or-
I don't- you know
Or
what?
it
Like,
makes you even crazier?
well, I think when you're on the moderation or micro, yeah, you feel it.
Yeah.
I think it maybe enhances it, but like when you're on that macro and you're melting, you don't feel the weed.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You don't-
it turns off everything else.
Yeah, you don't feel you don't
Yeah,
feel
chill.
you're just taking all that for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, right? So when you're at your peak in the melt, right? You could drink like 5 of them whiskey shots.
Beer, whatever.
No, you could drink all that whiskey that you've been drinking and not feel it at all. All you're feeling is the trip. Yeah, that shit ain't nothing. The only thing that's feeling it is your liver the next
Yeah,
day
exactly.
or whatever.
I
But
agree. It don't help the trip or make it. Yeah.
It-
you're
yeah, it doesn't
stirred.
do anything.
Nah.
you want to help the trip, drink some orange juice,
Yeah,
baby.
exactly.
I think
Take
the-
it to the other levels.
I think whatever the dose is, we call these things micro doses, but I really think those are actually accurate, more like an accurate normal dose. Because when you're talking about doing it the other way is us going to the limit. You
Yeah,
know? When
the
you're
portal.
melting,
Yeah.
it's because you didn't try to practice,
No.
any restraint. You just thought that whole bag was good.
You went for it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The microdose is a responsible dose.
Yeah,
And-
and
'cause
the
you-
moderation dose too. I think it's
'Cause-
because
yes.
it's not so crazy. It's a little bit more intense, but not as crazy as you would think.
The moderation is heavier than a microdose.
Slightly.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But I think the intensity though is something like it actually like the more you're gonna do and that go for that real melt, I think you're creating actually tension at that point because
Yeah.
the part that's calm is before you even get to that point. You're just like, yeah, you feel it come, that feeling of it of something coming
Right.
over you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're melting, you're like,
Yeah, yeah. When you're melting, them teeth are like.
When we did that moderation one, I felt like I was right on the verge of tripping. Like-
Yeah, I
like-
did too.
Like I was like, oh man, here it comes.
But it never comes.
But it never comes.
Exactly. No, yeah.
yeah, it's great.
So that was cool.
That's what I'm saying. That's like the dose that had we understood that to begin with the first time we were doing mushrooms, we would have started and probably stayed there because
Yeah.
the melt was the extreme.
Yeah, the melt is the
Yeah,
extreme.
man.
Yeah, exactly.
The melt is the melt. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
call it the melt for nothing.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
See the wall like
Oh, man.
water.
Exactly.
I can't tell you how many times I was in the melt, bro. I
Oh.
like, you know,
Too hot.
slow down.
It's all happening.
Oh man. Oh, I'll say this: we've done some things on the shrooms, and they were all fun.
Yeah.
You know,
It's fun.
I wouldn't
Yeah, I agree.
take them excessively, but
No.
in moderation, yeah, man, they could help you if you got like an angry disposition.
Yeah. That's
you
what
could take
need.
those, and it'll put you in a more happy state.
Yeah.
You
And
can
if you got anxieties, it's wiping those away.
you could squash beefs with micro to moderate doses.
That's right. Anger, depression, and anxieties can be wiped.
And addiction. I've heard it's helped with addiction.
Yeah.
If you go through a trip with a therapist that can guide you to rewire that, absolutely it can cure
that's
addictions.
dope.
You can't do it yourself
Right,
unless you got that capacity to where like, okay, this is why I'm doing this for. You have to be totally aware
Right. Okay.
of what you're doing it for. And usually when you're in the macro, right, you don't have a guide. You're doing it for like, recreation.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it to like fix something like that, like to cure your addictions, you need someone in there that can help you,
Yeah.
I can see.
Show you the
yeah,
navigate
there's a
that path. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show you the
I dig that.
It's like having a shaman when you're doing
Exactly.
the ayahuasca and all that
Okay, yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? You need the shaman to guide you through.
right. Right.
It's the same thing when you're trying to like, or it's even something is even small with like, let's just say migraines. Like you're on a macro dose and someone that guides you through that helps you find your way to that, to disconnect that.
That's so dope, man.
That is so cool.
And that's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope.
It's perspective, and you're looking for a better perspective. That's really the intent.
Right. Okay. I
Absolutely.
dig
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to have someone to take you there, guide you there, because you might get distracted by something
Right.
along that path.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing something as like that without a guide.
Right.
But
Yeah.
just
yeah.
going and you just raw dogging the experience by yourself, like without any guide. Like
Nah,
that
I need
would-
someone to hold my hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
walk me through this,
Straight
please.
up.
Well, if you're going through it to cure something or something like that, yeah, you definitely need a guide. If it's recreational, you need your circle of safe
Yeah.
people.
Just your homies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And everybody needs to be there. And you're one like, let's just say, person that didn't take it, they have to be available, but they cannot be around.
oh,
I dig that. Like they can't be around to maybe spoil it or
Well, because here's the thing. Everybody, like, so let's just say us here, we have taken mushrooms or acid or whatever psychedelic adventure we decided to go on. And one of our homies is sitting at the end of the table with us. We are all going to feel connected to each other, but we're going to feel disconnected from him
right.
or her.
I hear you.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what
I
I mean?
can see that maybe upsetting me
And it,
now.
and, it,
yeah.
and,
yeah.
it, and it might
or sadly, not yeah.
no,
yeah,
and
just
it,
whatever.
and
yeah.
it might upset the energy.
Right. That's what I can.
So you have to have your go-to homie or home girl that's in the wings in case
Just on call.
you need a guide, but they cannot be in the circle of what's cracking because they're not in the same universe.
Yeah. At
Yeah.
that moment, you're not even here with me.
We're in different planes.
In this
You can't see what I can see.
Right.
Yeah,
I could see through everything you can't see right now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And you
dope.
can't understand that. You think we're fucking crazy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they cannot be in the circle in this.
There ain't even a language for it.
Even if
Yeah.
they've been in the circle before, like, if they've been in the world, and they've dosed with everybody in that moment, if they
I
haven't,
dig it. Yep.
they're a disruption in the energy flow.
you start
that.
judging. You're like, get out of here.
Yeah, hey dude.
It's what we it's what we around here refer to boof. We have no
it's
boof
boof.
existed.
No boof. Yeah, it's gotta be all top shelf experience.
Why are you like this?
Misery,
Same team.
Yeah, misery loves company.
Word.
We ain't trying to kick it.
Happiness does too.
Exactly.
True that.
Yeah, so I think you just gotta be in the right setting for all that, man, with the right people.
Right.
And
I agree.
and set some intentions before you go in.
Yes.
It's like when you sage a place, right? When you use sage to clean a place, you set an intention, whatever that is, and then you sage it and you cleanse the place out. You got to do that with your mind.
Yeah.
You got to sage up your mind, son,
Right.
before you crack into that macro.
Real.
Oh, I know I did. Phew. But I mean, it's a great path when you go through it with the right people,
Right.
and in the
I
right
agree.
state of mind.
Yep.
It's fun.
Word up. You got any shows that you got coming up?
Well, I'm about to do my first solo tour in March. Just West Coast. We'll start in like Portland, Seattle area, and then I'll end it March 22nd at the Lodge Room. And that'll be like my first solo show, like me headlining or whatever at the Lodge Room.
And you play a
really.
combination of different type of shows. You play hip hop shows, punk shows, and,
Yeah.
and various types
Yeah,
of things.
people sometimes I think that was hard sometimes for me to get booked. Is cats maybe promoters, they don't know how to book me. In my earlier years, even with the punk, I was opening for more hip hop acts. And then LA punk scene just cracked off in the past couple years, and they kind of grabbed me. But yeah, I mean, truthfully, I'm a hip hop head at heart, like straight, like hardcore. I was growing up in Tucson. In my circle, I was the only kid like listening to East Coast rap. That's all I loved.
Yeah.
That's all I liked. So I was the outsider in my crew because everyone was listening to West Coast rap or Texas and Arizona.
Right.
But I like the grimy shit. That's when you guys came, I was like, oh my God, man, because I never heard nothing like that from our side of the map.
Right.
But anyways, so yeah, then I was always trying to make hip hop beats and shit. But then I just love music. And I'm like, want to make punk. I want to make stuff like this sounds like The Cure or anything. And I don't know how to play music, so I just got my SP 1200, my ASR 10. So I'm like, let me try to make punk music with the gear that hip hop heads
That's
make.
dope.
So that's what I did. And because of that, though, and because I'm not wearing the spikes or the chains, cats
Right.
don't really know how to place me.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
They
a lot.
think you're a Chicano rapper.
Or exactly.
Right.
Yeah, all day. And it's like, yeah. And then like
And
I
then
said,
you surprise the hell out.
oh, I'm like, back in the day, they'd call me Verse because I'd be walking through my high school rapping Rakim lyrics. Rakim was like my favorite rapper, all coming up. So it's like, I don't fit how I look or
Right.
what I do.
But that's dope.
Thank you, man.
Because to me, that's the way Suicidal Tendencies were. Like, they didn't look like punk rock.
No, and when they came on the box, like remember
Yeah.
the box? When they came on the box in Tucson and we were like 15 and I saw it because no internet back then, I only get my music through magazines but yeah, when I first saw them, I was like, oh shit, because I connected to California. So I'm like, oh, these cats look like guys I know and
Right.
making this punk and yeah, it was dope when I first saw them.
They look like some LA gangbangers playing punk rock
Right.
music, and they had a whole different style than other punk rock groups.
Exactly.
Punk is not a look and it's not a sound.
Right.
It's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's free will simplified into the one word punk. Punk is
Exactly.
free will. You
I
do
love
what
that.
you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not
Exactly.
even questioning nothing.
Yeah,
I think that's why punk and hip hop, they share an existence.
all day.
And because
Metal too?
they both have the non-give a fuck. Yeah, and metal.
Yes, sir.
The three of them have the component of the non-give a fuck
I love
what
it.
you think of
Exactly.
me attitude,
Yep.
and the balls out, go get it
That's what I
attitude, and it's raw and grimy.
Exactly. And to me, it was like back in the day how hip hop started. Cats couldn't play instruments, so they grabbed two records and grabbed the best part of those records and loop them. And, they just cats trying to make what they could, not knowing. Same thing with the Ramones. They didn't know how to play these instruments. They
Yeah.
just picked them up and rock. So, and back in the day, I mean, like Fab Five Freddy was hanging out with Blondie. It's like punk in New York and rap were together back in the day.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean, right? I mean,
Yeah,
so
Back in the
Sure.
days, everybody was like,
Exactly.
hey, you punk.
exactly.
punk.
Word.
You know what it is too is that they shared spaces. Like punk and hip hop were looked down upon in terms of
Exactly.
musical genres. They weren't very respected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they were kids from places that were like not necessarily best places to grow up.
Exactly.
Right. So both genres, the fans within the genre deal with struggle and poverty and like trying to find
Exactly. The
yourself.
storyline's the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
storyline's the same, and that's why it always went hand in hand. And even with the art, like if you noticed when Blondie was in it,
Yeah.
Deborah Harry, I should say, with Fab Five Freddy, it was two different different genres like merging together,
Yeah.
like understanding each other, and then the art was right in the middle.
Right. Exactly. You're right. They're meeting at art galleries,
Yeah.
and you're right. Exactly.
It's like one culture, but like like everything, you have to separate it by giving it a label.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The occupation, the activity, the equation for either one of those is exactly the same. And when you pan out and you try to see the biggest picture possible, you will see that it's the same regardless of the activity or the occupation.
Exactly.
Right.
The exact same equation for success applies universally across the entire spectrum of our existence. Like there's one recipe for all of it.
True.
So
That is the commitment to do it no matter what, and you don't care what no one thinks because you're not doing it for them.
exactly.
True.
Yeah, man.
Word.
Well, you are, but you aren't.
Yeah.
No,
First, you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're doing
Right.
it ultimately to release something to them, but
Right.
you know,
But it's a release for you
Yeah.
first.
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
Like that, most artists, man, this is like our voice. You know what I'm saying? Some maybe don't look at it like that. It's money and fame
Right.
to them. You know, we've seen a lot of that, but for most, it's like the platform, the voice of, hey, listen, this is how I came up, or this is how I grew up, and the people around me, and this is what our struggle was.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what it took for us to get out.
Right.
You know, and let's celebrate it. It's a lot of that.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you have the ones that like they just see the bags and the fame and
Girls and yeah.
it ain't about telling a story. It's just like telling about what I got, which I don't got yet. I'm gonna tell you about what I got, even though I ain't got it yet.
Word.
You know, and that's the game these days.
Yeah.
At least in a lot of rap shit. But some of these dudes, you know, they do got it. I'll tell you that. But it comes from other places.
Yeah.
Well, you know, to speak on what you were talking about, punk and hip hop having the same in common, didn't the Clash cover? Who was it? Grandmaster Flash?
Did they? I don't know.
Well, the Magnificent Seven is mostly them rapping, right?
I don't know.
From what I remember, yeah, I think.
Well, from the Clash?
Yeah, from the Clash. Yeah, it's mostly just like they're not even singing. It's mostly just.
Oh
them
yeah, yeah.
rapping.
You make
Yeah.
the cadences
Yeah,
and
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
delivery. I mean, a lot of punk. You listen to it, and it's kind of like to me just it's a rap, a faster rap at a
Yeah.
faster
I
BPM.
mean,
Hey.
definitely the early hip hop was punked out. Like the
Exactly.
dress
Hey.
dress
Oh
code.
yes, yeah.
Hey,
It
listen.
had the spike
the
clubs.
Melly Mel's and yeah.
You mentioned
Well-
Blondie. Blondie is that essence.
She is that essence. She
Yeah.
just is the first punk head to drop a rap
Yep.
Yeah.
because she rapped on that song.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And she was considered a punk rock head, not pop, not rock, punk rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
punk.
Yeah. And how about what was that song? Was it by Falco? Don't Turn Around, or what's it called?
Der
The Commissar.
Yeah, Der Commissar.
He's rapping in that.
Right.
The only singing is the chorus. I can't remember the lyrics. But he's fucking rapping, B.
Right.
Yeah.
And he, hey,
Hell yeah.
that was
Consider that a rap song?
I don't consider it a rap song, but dude was
OMC?
Yeah.
was rapping.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
was.
is it OMC? OMD.
Yeah, he was.
What was that group?
Am I wrong?
No, I think
No.
The chorus he was singing for sure.
Uh-oh.
Don't turn around. Oh.
Der Commissar's in town.
I wasn't gonna project, you know what I'm saying? Unless we're all singing it at the same time. But the rest, his verses were raps.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what were they considered? Punk or new wave or both?
maybe like new wave.
New wave, probably.
New wave was still punk.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
it.
Some of it.
Some of it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of it was popish punk.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it like? Yeah.
Because there was both, and then there was that grimy shit.
Yeah. Exactly. Like in anything, there's
Yeah.
the dirt, and then there's the
Yeah, there's the polished, the
exactly.
dirt, and the stuff in the middle. Needs to be dusted off a little bit. It's right there, man. Oh man, it's crazy because you don't hear none of that style anymore. People have
No, but
changed
it
up.
is happening, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think for one of the first shows I had heard about, you played that Dead City Punk show that
Yeah.
was under the freeway, right?
Yeah, the Frogtown one.
Yo,
that was
man, that was
wild.
one of the wildest looking scenes. I
No,
mean,
it
I
was-
so regretted not going to that show, man.
No, I was even telling people don't come because by a certain point you weren't even able to get in. Like the sea of people, you wouldn't even.
Yeah, it looked wild.
No, it was crazy. I ran my gear in because I'm up there with bands, but I come up there with the SP404, and there was nothing for me to plug into. I literally plugged into a guitar cabinet and had the mic. and there's video of like there's so many sea of people, and you see people filming, and you see me jumping around, but they can't hear nothing because they're so far. And you even hear a guy in the video go, what's going on? There's no sound. He's jumping around, but only the first row of people could hear me because I was plugged into a guitar amp.
That's like the Beatles in their first. It would like when they really blew up. The technology hadn't caught up with them yet. Their crowds were the girls were so loud that they would drown them out. They couldn't even hear themselves playing.
Crazy.
Like that. So that's why they were always dope studio musicians, but like in terms of live, they didn't grow like other bands because they stopped touring.
Crazy.
Because there was not a system loud enough for them to play over the sound of the fans.
That's
screaming.
wild, man.
It's crazy.
Check out the Sage of Quay. You can learn how dope they were in the studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All 120 Beatles that there were.
There was,
10
many of them.
10 Johns, 20 Pauls,
You put me on earlier.
30 30 Ringos. No, 65 Ringos
65 Ringo.
and 40 Georges.
12 Johns,
12 Johns.
3 or 4 Pauls.
There was a rapper named 6 John. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right? Was he out of the Fugees camp? I can't remember.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking
He
John Forte.
redid the 99 Luft balloons. Oh, but yeah, it was something John. I forget.
John Forte.
Well,
John Forte?
there was
Oh,
John,
that's who I'm thinking then. Okay,
there was a
sorry.
Jean Forte, but I remember there was also a 6 John.
Was he like? Didn't he work with Timberland or?
I can't remember, man.
He liked to eat at Long John.
He liked to eat at Long John.
So yeah.
And sometimes Papa John's.
John Smith.
Or John Smith, yeah.
John.
You know, yeah, he had a
Don
lifetime.
Johnston.
Oh,
He had a lifetime supply of Johnson and Johnson. Keep moisturized, my friends. Yeah, it's the 3 shots I took for those 3 violations I had.
what do you
What
mean?
can I tell you? And if you guys are watching this show asking, what the hell is this? This is the Tower of Power, the Koala Tower right here. Her invention. She left it here. So if any guests that like do crazy dabs want to take the challenge, boom, here she be.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
I wasn't here that day, so you gotta tell me how this thing works, B. Like I see plugs. I don't know
Yeah,
what the
that's-
hell's
Explain
going
it, C minus.
Yeah, it's like how we do one of these,
Yeah,
right?
so it's just a bunch of them.
It's however many of those.
on.
So there's like 8 of them, right?
14.
14. Oh, there's 14. Okay.
That's
so-
my whole point. So you got to have all these batteries
Oh,
like
there's one
floating
on there.
around. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
dude.
Yeah, and then you load all
Look
of
at
them
that.
up.
Sheesh.
Look at that. You got this 3-sided. Yeah.
So that's a project.
Yeah, and she created this damn thing.
Yeah.
She's got them all on yellow too. She ain't messing around.
Yeah, no, I would put them on green. Don't blow yourself out.
She like them hot
What?
dabs.
Holy shit.
Koala likes to blow herself out with the hot dabs right here.
Yeah.
I would suggest you go green.
Man. Yellows.
She is a strong smoker, I'll tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know too many dudes that are going to hit this on yellow
And keep going back after they're choking.
and keep going back.
Like she's still not even worrying. Like she's 4 puffs in, not even
Holy
worrying about
shit.
breathing yet.
Yeah, when she was here, she did like 3 rounds of this on yellow.
Yeah. Excellent. She's
I mean, that's her machine. So, that's.
Well, it's not that this is just her machine. It's just her tolerance is crazy.
And also,
Killing
let's,
it.
let's also recognize her technique here. As you have stated many times, you don't hold it in. You suck it in. You blow it
Blow
out.
it out.
Okay.
That's right.
Get it out.
Don't hold it in. In, out.
Yeah.
In, out. Just like an accordion, baby. In, out. Don't fuck yourself up trying to be super Jeff Spicoli stoner and hold that shit in.
That's my skull.
The band.
Yeah.
That's classic.
That scene.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let it out.
It's like your time and my time.
You know what's crazy about
It's our time.
so my man who became such a great actor, right? That was I think his first role,
Sean Penn.
right? Sean Penn.
Yeah.
and he plays a blown out stoner.
Yeah, it
No,
was
he had
supposed to
stuff
be
before
for
that.
Nicolas Cage.
I
Nicolas
don't know
Cage.
if he had something before that.
Yeah,
maybe
he did Bad
maybe
Boys.
Bad Boys. Maybe Bad Boys was
Oh,
before
word.
that. But he plays this stoner role to perfection.
Yeah.
Yes.
But and he becomes one of the biggest actors. Right
Yeah.
now, some people would, call him some different names, but neither here or there. Very talented. Brad Pitt did the same thing
Oh, in True Romance?
in True Romance.
Killed that role.
Yeah.
He
Played
felt like a real stoner. Like
real
he killed it,
stony
man.
dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. Same with James Franco in Pineapple Express. He's not a stoner, but
Do you
he
believe
was-
him?
I actually, I really, I was like, man, he had it down as far as I was concerned when I watched it.
Sean Penn is the great actor that he is because when you look at his library of roles that he's done, he's never repeated himself. Really.
No.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Always a
No.
different kind of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
You have to. You can't be repeating. Man.
No.
No.
Because
When he
then
was-
people are gonna be like, "Well, you're just playing the same guy with a different
Exactly.
name."
Yeah.
It's Tom Cruise has done that a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, but they were still good movies. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like even though like a couple of them characters were the same
Feeling the
ass
same,
dude
yeah.
with a different name,
Yeah.
he still made it compelling. But Brad Pitt played a good stoner right here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it was-
He killed
Correct.
that role.
he seemed like a real good for nothing motherfucker right there.
Well done.
I had never seen that movie till I think last year. You guys kept telling me to watch it. And I
Lot of
finally
great-
watched it.
A lot of great actors in that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
A lot of great
Yeah.
actors.
James
in-
Gandolfini
James
was in there.
Gandolfini, yep.
The scene with him and was it Patricia Arquette at
Yeah.
the end? Oof.
And I think Val Kilmer's the Elvis.
Elvis,
Yeah,
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 he's
that
Elvis in
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if we all agree, but I think we all would agree that Tom Cruise is probably the biggest actor there is out there right now. Like, just
Yeah.
nobody is
I think
Yes.
so,
at,
yeah.
at
Agreed.
that level, right?
Agreed.
Right. No,
Yeah.
There's maybe one or two guys that are right there with him, but like he's like, yeah, he's he's the top.
He's the guy right now.
the guy.
He's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. Top after Top Gun too.
Well, so
Yeah.
that's what I want to say.
Solidified
When
him.
you look at all his roles, again, like Sean Penn, they're all different roles. He's playing lots of different kinds of characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
But and maybe it's the same for Sean Penn, like the sentiment, like no matter what the role he's playing, I'm still watching Tom Cruise. Like his name is Tom Cruise to me, even though he's got a character name.
Right.
Yeah.
The actor's
You know,
bigger than the
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
He's
bigger
not
than
Ethan
the-
Hawke.
Yeah. I mean, did you see that crazy stunt he just did the other day?
Where you're looking at Ethan Hawke like, okay, he's that character. You're
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at Tom Cruise like, shit, it's Tom
It's-
Cruise.
Tom
Exactly.
Cruise
He's too
still.
big. He's
He's too big to
Exactly.
call him the character.
Yeah, like
Look
I
at
don't-
Tom Cruise. He's
Tom Cruise.
he's actually flying that fucking plane.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you never I don't recognize his character. I recognize
No,
him.
right.
Him. Well, because he's too big for himself.
Exactly.
And that, I'm not saying that in a bad way.
No.
He's just so big that like, he's playing Maverick, but he's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
That's why some actors will be reserved out of the spotlight.
I mean,
They
he
don't
does
want-
shit
Look at
like
that.
this, and some people thought this was him fronting that he didn't really do this.
He's
Fuck out of here.
that's fucking wild.
His
dude.
60-year-old ass jumped out of that plane like nothing.
Hey, man.
That shit is insane.
Acting,
Yo.
Gary.
He's the American Jackie Chan. Let's just say that.
Wow. there
For
you
real,
go.
exactly.
There you go.
You want to give an analogy? That's the
Yeah.
American Jackie Chan right there.
At the same time as like, being like a
And
Paul Newman of
and,
sorts.
and Jackie Chan is the Chinese Tom Cruise, son.
So
I'll tell you another one.
How about that?
Morgan Freeman.
Same
Tell
guy.
me one of his characters' names.
Morgan.
God,
That's Morgan Freeman.
just God.
Mr. Freeman?
The only one I can
Oh,
really
word,
pinpoint
yeah.
out is
Yeah,
God.
That's the
God.
only one where he
And Spider-Man when he was with the electric company. Those are the only two things.
Yeah.
Any other one, I could not name a character that he
The narrator of the Dave Chappelle specials.
Oh, dope.
Yep, I would say that.
was. He
Yeah, and he was president on one of the Comet movies.
he
One
looks
of-
super sharp right here.
Deep
man.
Impact.
Deep Impact.
Yeah,
Yes,
word.
absolutely.
He was the president in Deep Impact.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a crazy.
That's
movie.
a sharp suit he wore right there,
yeah.
bro.
I
I think I need that.
He's the man.
Yo, Morgan. What kind of suit was that I needed?
Yo, man.
He makes it look good in the godly
Yeah,
uniform.
God couldn't wear any other suit, could he?
He could wear anything he wants. He's God.
Lean.
But you would expect to see him in something like white.
Right.
right?
Yeah, something that you know that you can't wear in real life because you will ruin it.
Yes.
Only
Yeah,
God.
only
Only
God.
God can keep it coffee
Only
stained.
God
Yeah,
can keep
he
it
said
clean.
no mustard, no nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I spilled on myself. Hold on.
hold on.
Oh,
Yeah,
gone.
word.
Never happened.
All right. It is that time.
I was also gonna say I think Morgan Freeman smokes weed, like he openly speaks about it.
Oh, we got to get Morgan Freeman. Everyone,
That's
tag
Oh.
Morgan Freeman on Instagram right now. Say, we want to see you on the Dr. Greenthumb show, Morgan.
Bring it.
And then
Busy
tag,
living.
and tag
It
all
really
of
does.
us.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
All right, it's time.
Time for submissions. 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 Time for submissions.
Oh, we got a bunch of submissions today.
Wait, you got to try that again.
Oh,
No. There you go. Dom had it. Come on, one more time.
oh.
What? What is Come on, you got to listen. You got to put more emotion into this, Bolton. Like, oh.
Dope. That was perfect.
Oh!
All right, that's better. All right, you're going to have to work
It's
on
not
that.
hump day yet. so-
Along with your R's that you're trying to roll before 20 Mamba, you going to work on your oh.
Yo, Nate, can you roll your R's?
No, I'm not that good at that.
That's my boy Nate.
Yeah. I'm Jewish Mexican. So.
Yeah.
Bring it.
First one up of the day, we got Adam up in here saying a little barbecue from St. Louis style barbecue pork ribs on Sunday.
Shizzle. Okay.
That looks delicious.
That's a full plate right there. You're going to be listen, if you eat all that plate, you're going to have to walk it off for at least 20 to 30 minutes to get all that gone, man.
Oh, that cucumber salad, though.
That's a nice plate.
You figure you get some activities popping after all that, because look at that. You got everything here.
That plate says 20 to 30 minutes seated getting it off.
I don't know if you could be seated getting it off. Oh, well, yes. There is one way you could be seated and getting it off.
That's the most likely way.
But you're going to want to walk it off so you could go
Yeah.
get that seat.
You should definitely go walk it off.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
It looks delicious, though. I'll say that.
And Dustin hasn't brought ribs down here in a long time.
Yeah, Dustin.
Damn.
Off the bone, B.
Phone, yo.
Well, we got a little double smoked ham with some maple brown sugar.
Ooh.
Nate, this is where they torture us as stoners. You know, I just wanted to let you know this is how they do it. You know, they know we can't have it.
Right.
So
They're like, look at this delicious food.
look at this delicious
Dope.
You can't have it.
smoked ham here that y'all can't have. You
Who couldn't love that?
bastards.
Bring it.
Look at that. It looks delicious.
That's not fair, man.
That looks
Y'all ain't fair.
Mm.
But I get it.
And we got Bree up in here saying made some rice noodles with pork, bean sprouts, carrots, and cucumbers.
And you don't stop. More torture. Let's go. Come on. I could take it.
All of it.
Bring it.
Yep.
What's
Yeah,
that,
that
pasta?
looks good.
That looks very healthy. I like
Yeah.
that.
Those are bean sprouts.
Yep.
Bean sprout.
Very good for you.
And we got our boy up in here, Marcost. He sent this in, a little breakfast sandwich. I think it's a donut on top.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
delicious to me.
Glazed.
Okay, see, I'd try that. I'd have to have my gloves on
Yeah.
so that my fingers ain't all sticky after that shizzle, but
Oh, man.
I would try that.
Did I hear you correctly, Bolton? Did you have a T?
Yeah, that's his new nickname, Marcost.
There's
Marco.
a T on the end, though. You did say it with the T, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was that the way you said it originally?
No.
No.
He
It was
said
just
last-
Marcos, right?
It was Marcos. He didn't put it into one and say Marcos.
Yeah, he said Marcos.
He said Marcos.
You know, I like to add some swag to
So
it.
is that what you're adding?
Yeah.
That helped. It helped.
And we got Marcos back up in here. A
See,
little
the
shroom.
the T is gone now. That's why I'm asking.
I like to mess with him. A little shroom smoothie Saturday.
Oh, look at that.
Got some mushrooms. He said he made a smoothie as well.
Oh, he wanted to super enhance. Hey man, don't.
That's full melt.
Hey, let me just put you up on game with them Simply joints right there. Look them up. because they just got caught up in some shit about their orange juice and stuff like that. So look up the story. It's just recent.
Yeah. Like
Maybe find another orange juice for right now.
Yes.
But you got the right ideas, Papi.
Yeah. Tropicana too.
I recommend.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, that looks good.
Super enhanced.
Nah, that looks disgusting.
Yeah.
It does look disgusting, but it's super enhanced.
Right.
Oh my god.
Looks like pancake batter.
Hey,
Yeah.
Right.
that's not really gonna mask the taste of it.
What is it again?
It's a mushroom smoothie.
No, smoothies will
You'd
normally
be surprised.
mask the taste.
That's looking like a shrimp cocktail.
That the way that looks doesn't look like it,
Yeah.
but like a shake, yeah, it'll totally mask the
That's
taste.
that's not a smoothie. That's a chunk.
You don't got to bite into it.
Instead of saying it's going to smoke great, it's going to taste great.
No, it's not gonna. It probably ain't gonna taste great. It'll taste better, but it's not gonna taste great.
There you go.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
We got Renish up in here with a little chicken, and he air fried some waffle fries as well.
I just want to say on the last one, they used a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They didn't really need. Look at that. Look at that.
Like,
Look at the
don't
amount.
shit off.
He could have just used the big fat guy with the fucking long arm up top,
Dude.
and he would have been good. But if he used, if he used both, what it looks like is two big ones.
Oh, that's full melt.
Yeah, that's full melt. He's full melt.
Yeah, he's
The Batmobile.
But I would.
Yeah.
Go.
I wanted. I'm glad you went back to this because I also wanted to add to it as well, and that is, look, the mushrooms are going to be nasty. Just take them by themselves and then enjoy a tasty smoothie afterward. Don't put them together.
You could do that
I
too.
agree.
Or if you're gonna put half of the mushrooms in there so it's not looking like this,
Yeah.
and you will enjoy the taste, and then eat the other one while you're drinking this.
Nah, man.
I say
I'm trying to tell you that's the way to go.
don't destroy the smoothie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
No, listen, I'm telling you, the smoothie shit works because like Cartoon and Estevan and a lot of us lived by this. We didn't want to chew down on this shit.
Oh,
We
okay.
put it in the smoothies, and you didn't taste that. You
And it
just
doesn't
did it.
hit any different. Or,
But the amount this guy put
Yeah,
in,
yeah, okay.
you probably tasting it because it looks like you
Yeah,
can.
it looks
It looks ugly.
chunky.
It looks like a swamp.
It don't look orangey. Is all I'm
No,
saying.
exactly. They lost
No,
the
that does
orange.
not look orangey. That
No.
looks like
The orange is
like
gone.
algae.
Yeah.
Like
It went from orangey to algae right there.
Like,
It looked like you unclogged your drain.
Right.
Or you need to unclog your drink.
look at that.
or
How
vomit.
All right.
so great.
And we got Renish up in here with some waffle fries and some chicken.
Yes.
Okay. I like
Yes,
that.
please.
The waffle fries are great.
Yeah.
I like the waffle fries best.
Can't go wrong.
They are good.
Better than curly fries even.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
curly
there's some
fries got-
good curly fries, though, I don't know.
Yes, when they're
Yeah.
good curly fries, yes. But like to me, it's too much batter on them. These right here,
Potato, batata.
all right, touche.
And Renish is saying he puts on sriracha and mayo on his waffle
Oh,
fries.
Okay.
The sriracha, yes.
It looks like a little Kama Sutra pose.
Yep. It does. Very artsy.
Yeah.
Cool. Now eat it.
And we got
That's what
Ryan.
she said.
We got Ryan H up in here asking, do Americans eat bangers and mash? He's saying bangers and mash is also known as sausages and mashed potatoes.
Yes, they do, but not in this combination.
Yeah. True.
So there's no such thing. Real. I mean, yeah, some restaurants probably here have it that are Irish-based restaurants or English. They might have this on the menu, but Americans don't normally eat these two things together. At least not in my experience. Like you have mashed potatoes with either fried chicken or a steak, but like not the sausage. With the sausage, you could pretty much put on
Shit, I'll tell that.
any other plate. No, I would too. I'm just saying, in American restaurants of any kind, you don't really see this combination, bangers and mash. At least not Southern California, not so much. Unless again, it's like an Irish or English spot.
Yep. European
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before. The sausage and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, bangers and mash.
I have smoked sausage, like the Hillshire Farm, the ones you cook on, grill them up, get them nice and charcoaled up like a hot dog.
Word.
And we got my favorite up in here, Barina, saying the Montreal Auto Show with the finishing touches.
Barina. All right.
What up, Mike?
Greenthumb always present.
Awesome.
You out there?
It's dope.
She's saying she's finally media day ready.
Looks like it. Well, it's a nice setup.
That's cool.
That's for Kias?
That's what it looks like. Yep.
I hate Kias.
You don't like Kias? Why?
It's always the car that I get stuck behind that just trying to go through the green light.
Okay, Kia drivers.
Hitting the brakes at the green light. Just like, come on, it's green. What are you doing?
Okay, so it's Kia drivers. Because the car can't really, it's not controlling itself.
Yeah, that part.
It's like Prius drivers.
Yeah. And the Tesla drivers.
Nah, not the Tesla drivers.
A lot of them.
They drive fast.
Not all of them. I will say this, and I say that for all of them, all the models really. They're not all bad. I don't look at every one of them bad. You can count on somebody in a Mustang or a Chrysler to want to race you though if you're trying to pass them.
True that.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'll tell you what.
Especially the Mustang.
That
driver.
electric car will smoke them.
The Tesla will definitely blow past everybody.
Are they fast?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The
no
Tesla,
way.
for sure the Tesla and some of the newer ones. The Prius, I don't know.
Priuses are fast.
They seem like they'd be fast, but those folks that drive them, they don't drive them like that. They're like total. They're like, you find
but you're
yourself
gonna-
like, get the fuck out of the way, please.
And the proof for that is if you just pay attention tonight, everyone on your way from wherever you are to wherever you're going, look at the Priuses. They all got broken bumpers.
And I'm sorry, Prius drivers. I got nothing against that. Because wifey's got a Tesla. I drive it here and there too. I'm just saying, y'all drive kind of slow. Just push down on that pedal. I know you don't want to gas the energy because it's like gas. The harder you push down on that pedal, you're giving away more energy. The faster you go.
We have talked about this traffic and driving many times, and it's happened so many times that I've avoided it for so long. But I still feel the same, and will say the same. You can go as slow as you want. Please do it. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I don't have an argument for you wanting to drive safely at a slower speed, but that's fine. Do it on the right where you're supposed to do it.
Right.
You have no right of way to get in what's known as the fast lane and drive slow.
Right.
I mean, what is the point of the name if you're going to be over there defying what it's supposed to be?
I agree 1,000% with that.
And I tell you, where the insult really kicks in is that's the lane that comes to a dead stop before 3 of the other 4 lanes off to the right are still wide open.
Yep.
Like if you're in a hurry to go somewhere, just stay in the.
But that's due to a
right
bad
lane.
driver. That's not necessarily a driver that's driving a Prius.
But
Although it could be.
But if you do get to the front of the line where the traffic is being held up at the most, you will find maybe not a Prius, but almost always a Toyota.
Could be.
Almost.
Damn.
Always.
Or just a bad driver.
There's many of them.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
there's
there's
different
that.
types. There's not one kind. There's lots of kinds.
So many kinds.
What do you mean?
All
And I
right.
was going to say that the Tesla Plaid, they can do a 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds.
Yeah, those are the fastest car off the line.
And it can do a quarter mile in 8.83 seconds.
They are the fastest car.
And in 9 seconds, you'll see it rolled over off the side of the road because they got squirrely.
The way I see it, like the Tesla, it got speed, but it don't got balls. It's like you don't feel it.
Right, okay,
You
yeah.
understand?
Oh,
You're just gonna be flying like a ninja,
Oh,
quiet.
I disagree.
trip.
I disagree. You totally feel it. If you sit in that car when someone stabs out, you are going to feel it. You won't hear it.
You won't feel
You ain't
that
gonna hear-
engine.
You
Like
Less.
rumble.
take a ride with Cali Blaze and tell him to punch it, and then tell me that after.
Yo, don't.
You won't hear it.
It's a roller coaster.
You won't hear it.
I was
hear
right.
it at all.
It's dope.
Me and him got on the freeway one time at the same time, and before I was halfway up there, he was gone.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
whoosh.
Hey.
No, what I'm telling
speed.
you,
Damn, I
what
was
I'm
fucked by
what
my
I'm
left
telling you is you won't hear it. It's not the same as having a big ass engine like roaring like a lion, but you will feel it. Gravity is real, and when that thing takes off, you going.
Dude.
Oh no, it's gonna take you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called balls. Trust.
Hey, one time Blaze gave me a ride from my crib to work, and he was like, "Oh, you want to see what this car can do?" And he punched it, and I swear I had heart palpitations for like 2 days.
No way.
Yeah,
didn't know they were
That
like that.
particular car.
yeah.
The other ones, not so much. It's like Les says, they don't have that factor where it will scare the shit out of you. You're like, oh damn.
No, he's
But
talking
that-
about feeling the engine though.
yeah.
When you feel the vibration.
Well, man, listen. When your car could go that fast, like the Plaid, you don't need to feel no vibration. You're feeling that speed.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
That
G-force.
That G-force is real.
You get
so
what you
real.
pay for, you know. That's
Yeah.
what you want. You want to fly, then you buy the fly. You want to hear the engine,
Yeah,
you go with the engine.
Shout out to
You gotta,
Blaze.
it's good to have both.
it's good to have both. I agree with that. I think you gotta have.
But can you drive them for a long time? Like, can you go state to state with those
Nope.
things?
Well,
Exactly.
no,
That's-
they're good for about 200, 300 miles, and then you got to
Okay.
recharge it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's same thing. But if you're sparingly on throttle, you could go further.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if you drive like me, you're gonna have to be charging it after 200-300 miles because I'm juicing it, bro. I'm juicing it. I could not have a car like Cali Blazes because I'd be like speed demon and juicing my power.
Right.
Oh,
Yep.
And
I
you
know
don't
the
you
feeling.
don't even feel it.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, you feel it. Trust, you feel it. I'd be driving my wife's car every now and then, and I like to drive fast.
It'll
and
tuck you in.
It'll tuck you in.
oof.
Like that. Damn.
Have you ever driven a Formula One car before? Like,
I would. Let's just say that.
yeah.
I would do that.
No.
I would do that gumball race
Dope. Yeah.
if I could get sponsored in that. I would do that.
And that's like a cross country thing or something,
yeah.
right? Or
Muggs has done it.
sick.
Exhibit's done it. Fred Rex done it. Estevan has done it, and a few of our other friends have gone on it. I've yet to go on it. I
Sounds
probably
great.
wouldn't come back because I drive too fast, and so things happen. You know what I'm saying? So I should probably be racing in that
Yeah,
race.
exactly.
And it's in like Europe sometimes.
It's in
right?
Europe.
Yeah.
No, well, it's always.
I
in
mean,
Always in
you
here.
could do it just for the adventure.
that.
The adventure.
yeah, even if you don't want to win, you just drive it across. You drive kind of fast.
Right. Say you done it.
Yeah, to say you've done it because
Yeah.
people do that. They don't go to place in the race. They just go to like do the parties
Right.
and be on the experience.
Oh, that's cool.
But see me, I'm that asshole who wants to win.
You want to win.
Right.
Yeah, and I would be taking it way too serious,
Let's
trying to zip
go.
past some of these Arabs like taking it way too serious too.
look at that.
You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
Right.
It's fire.
You know how many accidents happen on this race? Because these guys are driving like very fast cars, and some of these dudes don't know how to drive
Right.
them.
So anyone can enter?
If you got the fast car, if you're sponsored,
You got
You
the
gotta
money.
get invited.
if you got the money to get in,
Right,
yeah, and I
okay.
think you got to get invited
Right.
as
Okay.
well. You know what I'm saying? Invited, money to do the damn thing,
Right.
and then
You're off.
obviously the car. Some fools would be like, "Oh, yeah, drive our car.
Oh, okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we'll sponsor you, drive our car.
Dope.
And other fools like apparently what Fred Reck told me was when he was doing the race with Exhibit that this Saudi prince was in the race, and he smashed his Lambo, totaled it out, but he was okay. Like he rolled off into a ditch. It like was done. He flew in his Rari the very next
No
day
way.
to continue on in the race
Sick.
Damn.
like that.
That's hard.
Because I mean, those dudes got money.
Right.
They got like 10 of those.
No, exactly. No,
They could,
some of the
like-
cats I worked on their planes, man. That's when working at Gulfstream, I was like, whoa, there is money out there. Yeah, I would build these. They'd have their Bentleys and the planes all same color, baby powder blue.
Yeah.
5 of them.
Pimping out.
Yeah, just in
Wow.
planes. Like dude paying an extra mil just so he can have air on the pilot's side. Like we'd tell him, man, you have to. Yeah, we were building some wild planes.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So you build. So if someone wanted to personalize plane, they would come to you guys, and you would just
Yeah,
you would
well,
sort
we,
them out.
yeah, we have the service side, and then we would build the brand new ones. But yeah, if someone wanted, and it was normally like the Princes, and they were always modding them out.
Yeah,
but then
those
we'd
guys
work on
got-
everyone's. Yeah,
Yeah, those guys do extra.
Yeah,
shit.
it was always them, like gold. Everything in the planes, gold. Like,
What about the stereo system? Was there a nice beat system
yeah,
in there?
of course.
dope
Bass
ones.
and everything?
Yeah, oh, everything. It was sick.
Did they
man.
put a hookah lounge in there?
yeah.
We're going to do hookah on the plane.
I always say though, out of all the planes I worked on, the most nicest one was one that the bank repoed from a Russian mobster, and then they were gonna put it back out to sell it. And that's when I was like, oh shoot, man, crime pays. Because
Hell
I
yeah,
worked
it
on
does.
everyone's planes, like big dogs, and I'm like, this dude's got the nicest plane, man. Like wood floors, and you felt like you were in a cabin inside there.
Damn, for real?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
it
weren't even in a plane.
No, not at all. It was the
Damn.
650, when the 650s dropped. Yeah. Yeah, it was insane.
Damn.
Transporting.
Balling out.
Damn, that's so wild.
All right.
And they're saying for the gumball race, the fee used to be $8,700, but now it's more than $50,000 to enter the race.
Think about that. It used
pretty
to be
serious.
like $8,700. Now it's
Crazy.
50 racks. You
Plus-
got to be sponsored, son.
Plus expenses.
Plus expenses. Yeah, that means
yeah.
like the hotels that you're staying at
Hotel.
All the
and all the parties.
the
that you
endless
go to,
tickets you're buying off.
The tickets.
With all the law enforcement, you're gonna have to get a special treat.
Exhibit got his license snatched up out there.
Ooh.
Because he got pulled over. He was
X.
he got caught, and they pulled his license, and Fred Reck had to drive from there.
Whoa.
At least in some places. But I think you also have to have one of those. What do they call it? A universal license, or it's a license that you can drive anywhere.
International.
International. There you go. You have to apply for that here or wherever home state you start from, and then you could pretty much, if you get that, you can do the gumball and not have
okay.
to worry about,
Law.
Crazy.
all that. But they will snatch your license even if you got an international one.
Right,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? It's
Just
like
being,
you're racing.
Right,
and It's
okay.
against the law.
so that race is illegal.
It is, but it isn't.
Right, okay.
They know it's coming.
Right.
But some of the drivers be respectful when they see, law enforcement, and they'll slow down.
Right, okay.
Others, they're
Not
trying
so much.
not so much. They're trying to win.
So,
And the guys that aren't vigilant, like looking around, making sure there's no,
right, okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get snapped up.
But not even. I'd say for some of them they're trying to win, but for others they're just trying to flex. They want to show off them cars. That's the whole point of being
Yep.
out there in
Okay.
cars.
That too.
You
Yeah.
try to catch me, fool.
It's like it's a rolling car show.
Yeah.
Sick.
Power cars though.
Mhm.
Right.
There ain't no slow car in that damn race.
No. There's no cop car that's gonna catch those.
Right,
cars.
okay.
The only reason they get caught is because a cop got the radio. I'm just gonna talk down
Right.
the road.
Right.
Yeah, they could
okay.
just talk down
Got
the road,
you.
block you off road.
Okay.
Because they don't got the cars to catch you. Yeah, hell no. All right.
And next up in here, we got the last of Barina's submission right here. She's saying when you get treated to dinner after a 10-day setup, you take full advantage.
Ooh wee.
Very nice.
Surf and turf.
Hey, that baked potato looks crazy.
Twice baked potato. Right?
Twice baked, there you
Just
go.
say that
Damn,
off the
That
top.
whole plate is.
That whole plate is real. Well done. Like that's a real plate.
Ooh, that bread looks good too.
That's a different plate right there.
That is a different plate.
Yep.
Bring it.
Yep.
That's the prime rib, not the rib eye.
Yeah, that's the prime rib. I like the rib eye. I like both, but I
Yeah, I
like the
like
rib
both.
eye better.
You like the ribeye?
But truthfully, both those plates you're winning.
And we got Made Man up in here saying just got some new flavors in for the weekend.
Smoke. Tyson will knock you out pound for pound, and the Holland Space Cake will take you to another galaxy. Very true.
And he's asking the table, should you keep your concentrates in the fridge?
You could,
You should, but you don't have to. It will preserve them.
yes. You keep them longer. Keep them out of a hot place, away from hot and warm things,
By the oven.
Unless you're doing them.
unless you're doing them.
And we got Mike Phillips up in here saying, what up to the table? Remember that guy who got slapped? This is the aftermath.
Oh, man. He looked like Mike Tyson caved his life in real
Hey,
quick.
how swollen? Look at that.
Oof.
What?
That's crazy.
What about the craters in his face, though? What's that from?
That's from the slap.
It's from like his cheekbone getting Like just abused.
Look at that, dude. That's horrible.
And he was the winner.
Oh,
How about that?
did he win?
And he won.
Is he really winning though?
What did he win?
He won 5 racks.
It ain't worth
The
that,
winner of
bro.
this whole thing won 5 racks. Apparently, he won 5 racks.
5 racks that look like Shrek.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
He'll be
No
all right.
fucking way
Just
is right.
Get one of them big ice packs. Pow.
Man, fuck that for 5 racks.
No,
Yeah,
that's
5 racks.
facial reconstruction.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
Like,
the procedure's gonna cost more than 5 racks.
Yeah, you get the wrong motherfucking palm in your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's swollen forever.
No.
Monster slaps.
I'm good.
Hey, it's crazy because when you watch these power slap things, now I'm pretty sure Bolton did Aton send you some. There's guys and chicks when they're doing their like sizing up, they're like they're gonna shot put or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they like
Miss.
No.
they ain't missing.
Oh man,
It is not in your best interest to miss. You want to be the guy who or chick that draws the first shot. Here.
no.
That's the best. Is people just drop.
Hey, dude.
Because realistically, if you knock them out and they can't respond, you've won. And you don't want to be the guy that goes first.
Right.
And that could be a concussion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not get to go.
Exactly. That's
Oh
just
man,
it.
your ears are gonna
Exactly.
ring. Your ears are gonna ring after a slap like this.
Oh,
Bye. Baby powder.
Hasta luego.
Not if you don't.
oh
Do it.
man.
Homeboy had mercy on him. He didn't like end palm him. He actually got him with this.
Yeah,
He
that
didn't
was a
like
regular
catch him with this.
Nah,
He caught him up here.
it still hurt.
It still hurts, but it's not the destroyer. Look.
Pow!
He had mercy on him.
No, thank you.
Because had that palm been just a little bit higher up, he's not getting up.
No, thank you.
All right.
Oh.
That's the only one you got?
That's the only one I have, but I got this one that you sent in. This one's really funny.
Oh.
Dope.
Oh, this is Long Neck right here. This is that kid Long Neck.
Oh wow.
Oh, man. He would kill him.
That was good.
That would be the reality, though.
Yeah,
If that big ass dude slapped Long Neck like that,
Into the next world.
Explosion.
yeah, he'd be slapped into the next universe, man. You'd never be able to find his remains.
That'd be all bad.
Be all bad. Thank you for your submissions. Keep them coming to BeRealTVContests@gmail.com. We appreciate them. We'll put them on once we get them. If they don't get on the day you send them, they get on the next day. Thank you very much for that. Now it's time for us to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means y'all in our live chat right here on YouTube and everywhere else. So if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, now is the time. But before we open it up, if you haven't smashed that like yet, please take the time to do so. If you're not subscribing, please subscribe to Be Real TV. This is the Dr. Greenthumb Show. We do it Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the start, 5 Eastern. Crack that all notification bell to get down on the content we be dropping. Our smoke box, our world famous smoke boxes are dropping in April. So stay on the check-in for those from the highest show in the world. Let's open up the doors.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, let's do this. First one up of the day. We got Tribe of Gypsies up in here saying, damn, N8NOFACE got that super brochure.
That's right. He's a brosha king, man. Come on.
And Nate, what do you do to combat anxiety before a show, and does it go away while you're performing?
Right now, I'm going to try the meditation, and now I'm going to try the microdose. But normally it's just a couple beers and just try to zone out, be by myself and just drink a couple sips.
Coronas.
Yeah.
Modelos.
Yeah, Modelos, whatever they got on deck. I'll just sip a little.
IPA.
No, see, I'll start getting like messed up.
Ah.
Yeah, I drink some heavy beer.
And we got Rhino up in here asking the table, who do you guys have winning the Super Bowl?
The Dodgers.
The Lakers. I don't know, man. I mean, Kansas City's looking strong. But then again, so is Cincinnati, man. It's tough. It's tough to say. But you can't count out the 49ers neither. I don't know. It's tough.
You gonna become a Raiders fan with me next year when Tom Brady go win that Super Bowl with them?
No.
No way.
You know, look, I was a Raiders fan to begin with, but they dogged us too many times, and now they're in Vegas. So like, I'm totally disconnected. They're no longer a California team. So like, for that, I had to like, okay, when the first team that came to Los Angeles was the Rams. After that, so like, I got down with the Rams. There's no fucking way I'm gonna get down with the Chargers ever. So, even though they were initially from LA, they get dogged, but they were the first real LA football
Oh, no
team.
way. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
they were birthed here.
Oh,
Like the Rams, I believe, initially came from Cleveland or something like that.
Cleveland, bro.
Wait, so the Chargers are originally from Los Angeles, but then they went to San Diego?
Yes, and then they came back.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, they just didn't get love here because everybody loved the Rams and the Raiders.
right.
Makes sense.
But they both left us.
Sandy.
And so now, I root for the Rams. I still got love for the Raiders. So, if Brady did go to the Raiders, yeah, I'd be like showing them love. But like at heart, I support the Rams because they're here playing, in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
not Anaheim
Right.
or Orange County, like the Angels, who are called the Los Angeles Angels. Sorry, Angels fans. I'm
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
So if Tom Brady comes to the Raiders, does that mean like isn't?
Oh, he's gonna.
Is he? Are they?
They're talking about
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah, they're talking
Wow.
about the options.
I mean, is he going to be one of the oldest players in the game?
Yeah.
Wow.
As quarterbacks go. Definitely.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, it says at age 45, he is the oldest NFL player.
Whoa.
Oh, there you go.
Damn.
With the most rings.
With the most rings, no less.
He's been playing the longest.
He is El Campeón. Yeah, but you could. There's guys that played like for years like him, never got a ring,
Yeah.
never got a championship.
Damn.
He's
Yeah, not everybody gets a ring.
no.
He's about to put on the Ocho though. Finally, it's just gonna.
You
happen.
think with the
Oh, if
Raiders?
he brought the Raiders a ring, he'd be the hero of heroes.
That's what I'm
That'd
saying.
be crazy.
It's just,
Oh, yeah.
the story is already written.
Yeah,
Like they would build shrines to this man
be,
afterwards.
it'd be like a Cinderella story.
And it's in Vegas.
I don't believe it's gonna happen. Like I believe he'll go there. I don't think he'll win there, but like if he did,
Man,
Dude.
nuts. All right, next.
And we got Ozzy Rob up in here. He's asking if Julio G will be out in Australia in March with you guys.
No, DJ Lord is with us now on the tours, but Julio DJs for me when I go like on the solo runs and stuff like that. So
He'll be here with us.
and he'll be here with us.
Yeah, man.
Greenthumb show.
And we got Paul up in here saying, I need some footage of you covering war pigs.
Good luck to find that. We did it for a long time, man, on like 3 different tours when we were playing with the band, and we were flipping hip hop and the fusion shit
And the Rock.
and the rock, right? We would do war pigs. And,
So dope.
and I'd go slap on a fucking Aussie wig. and
That's
come out.
so dope. Esteban showed me, man. It's so hard. I never knew that too. I thought I knew all of it, and I was like, "What? They used to do what?"
I'm sure, like, somewhat, like, because a lot of us were carrying those little handheld cameras with the high 8, and
Right.
Super 8, and Digital 8, and all that stuff. So I would imagine there's somebody that got that footage. They maybe just haven't transferred the footage
Right,
into
okay.
digital. Maybe, you lost your tapes and you don't remember
Just
where you.
floating out there.
But there's got to be a couple floating because we did that for like at least 2 years.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
The first couple times I did it, I was like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And then, like, I found it, and it was like, okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. And it was actually cool to do.
What do you mean you shouldn't be doing it because you didn't like the way it was sounding?
I didn't hear myself hitting the tone I wanted to hit.
Oh.
when I was first doing it, and then I found it,
Oh, it was dope.
and I was like, okay,
yeah.
we're gonna keep doing this shit because I found it, and people that were out there were eating this shit up. I was like, oh, okay. I was trying to tell prophets like, let's add war pigs into the set. Bounced out the eardrums on deaf ears. Yeah, damn. It would have been dope. Trying to say.
Would have been dope for real.
Yeah, that would have been really. I mean, if you hear you guys cover it.
Yeah.
And we got Heebie GB up in here saying, yo, big shout out to N8NOFACE. You killed it at Haunted Hill LA show, and he's
thank
asking any upcoming shows in SoCal.
Right now, thank you so much for that. Right now, the next show will be March 22nd at the Lodge Room for LA.
And we got Ozzy back up in here. He's saying Team Greenthumbs for Gumball 2023. Let's do it.
True.
Bring it.
Yeah.
And we got Midwest Boxing up in here asking the table and saying, I spent a shitload of money on ringtones back in 2003. Do y'all remember buying ringtones?
I never bought a ringtone.
Never bought a ringtone.
Never.
It was
Never.
the thing I never did. But I heard the ringtones my friends had bought, you know, and experienced it like that, but I had never bought one.
I bought a lot. They were dumb.
We sold
Yeah.
a few ringtones. That's
Dope.
what we was doing. So
Oh yeah, I would hear like Cypress fans, like we'd be like taking a picture or something like this, you know, like at one of the shows, and maybe somebody would call them,
Oh, that's dope.
and you would hear "I Want to Get High" popping up. What the fuck is that? It's like, that's my ringtone, man.
Love you guys.
Hold on one second. Hey, I'm fucking.
Love you guys.
But it was a trip hearing that.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we realized what they were for and that it would work. We just didn't think that fans would buy them,
Right.
and they fucking bought them.
They sure did.
It's crazy.
I mean, it was kind of cool.
It was.
to have a phone and all of a sudden a song will pop up
Exactly.
like, oh, that's your ringtone.
But you could put your
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
song as your ringtone.
Yeah.
You know,
You know, that's a good indicator.
it was new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what someone's listed to, who they're on to.
Yeah, when you hear the ring, then you're like, you can sum them up, like who they are.
Yo, chat room. When you first got your phone and you could use a ringtone, what was the ringtone on your phone? We want to see it right here.
Be surprised, man.
I want to surprise me what your ringtone was.
The first ringtones I downloaded
Right.
were the lightsaber sounds from like Star Wars.
Dope.
Okay.
Like I didn't download songs, but I downloaded the lightsaber sounds so that when certain people called, it was like, the
Yeah.
other ones were,
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, like Aton's got Darth Vader as his ringtone.
Yeah,
For somebody. I don't know who it is.
probably probably Aton for sure.
No, I've heard it. It'll go. Yeah. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Todd Carnifax.
Todd Carnifax. All right. Next.
And we got Diggity Dank up in here saying, I saw Be Real do a solo show in Rhode Island once, and it was really dope.
Well, thank you so much, sir. I'll try to keep it going.
And we got Filthy Rich up in here saying, I've tripped bad off shrooms once, and it was not fun at all.
No, when you have a bad
Yeah.
trip, it's like a scar that stains on you. It stays on you.
Yeah.
I had a bad trip once I'll never forget. It wasn't like horrible in my mind. You know what I mean? Like not one of those, like in the melt, I was not seeing something that was, it was, like I've said many a times when we've talked about it, it was news that was delivered to me that I did not like, and I reacted in
Right.
a shitty way, and I allowed it to affect my trip, and from there my trip was ruined. So that was the way of the bad trip for me.
Right.
It wasn't that I saw something and I was freaking
Right.
out and couldn't unsee it.
Right. Like a dragon or yeah.
Anything. You
Yeah.
know, it was nothing visual and
Right.
nothing like within the self. It was just someone delivered to. I should not
Right.
have answered my phone. If I had not answered my phone, good trip because I was having a good time. Yeah. Well, you know, I think that was God telling me, slow down. Slow down.
And we got Ty Online EXP, and he's saying, I saw a dude drop his joint over the rail at the Cypress Hill show, and the cop picked it back up and handed it back to the dude who dropped it. LOL.
That's cool.
That's dope.
How about one of Drake's fans yesterday dropped over the rail of his show.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, he was on a balcony, and I guess he was going to take some sort of footage right here at the show. He falls into the crowd from the balcony.
Damn.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yo, I
like
seen-
a sack of potatoes on that left hand side.
Real quick.
I seen your boy Afro Man bust his ass again.
Oh, he busted
fell
his ass.
down?
He's always busting his ass.
What do you mean he fell down or
Off the
something?
stage, yeah, like,
No.
crazy.
Got to be careful on stages, man.
Like he the monitor
Yeah.
tripped over that like and just busted.
Wow.
Well, this
from that balcony.
Well, this genius
That
in the
ain't the same
balcony
as
was
the
trying to
stage.
take a picture and, sort of lean forward and like motherfuckers was excited and he kind of got nudged forward and like just fell and then homie was like, oh, trying to catch him and nope. And homie fell like head on first, like towards his back, like bang, right into whatever he fell into. Because there's another angle from it. Aton got.
There's no there's no good way to hit the floor.
No, there's not a good
the
way to hit
balcony.
the floor. No, there's just not.
It's not a pool. You're not gonna make
And those
a big
and,
splash.
and what sucks for the people that weren't paying attention, didn't know he was coming down. He
Yeah.
fell on top of something.
Right. Yeah, it looked like he landed on people.
Yeah. They're not ready.
Ah.
That's all bad.
But I guess the EMTs looked at him and they, he was okay. He was barely hurt. Apparently, he got lucky. But damn, the fall looked.
that looks pretty bad.
Yeah, y'all got the shitty angle. Whoever sent that, there's another angle where it shows homie like dead center.
Can't see shit.
Like you see two different angles. One for him on the balcony when he spills forward, and then someone else's shot where it happens right in front of him. It's not like off to the side. Because like 2 or 3 people got the shot, but the guy who was shooting this, he fell like right there in front of him. Bang! He saw the whole thing. And the way that he came down was with his back towards the ground. Right, I believe it was back towards the ground and his head this way, the way he fell. So he fell like onto this angle instead of head first, like Superman diving down.
Right.
Dude, in that footage, the crazy thing is you see everyone like checking their phone, and the minute they realize that this person falls down, they just like look away real quick. But it's like everyone's just kind of like,
Yeah, but only the
Look at-
people
look at-
that people
boom.
that he fell in front of. Everyone else is still watching the show.
Yeah. They don't know.
He was smart enough to twist himself for the little bit of time he had
Right.
to, because if not, he was coming down head first, diving down, and that would have been bad for this dude.
Yeah, I remember.
Be careful. You at a show, man. Be careful.
yeah.
I remember one time seeing Tim Dog performing, and he walked off the stage and put his foot on the wrong and like off the stage and fell into the crowd.
Oh.
Yo, busted his ass. Yo, never stopped rapping. They pushed
Sick.
him back into the stage, and he just never stopped
Sick.
rapping. Finished the verse and killed it. The crowd went
Crazy.
bananas.
That's dope.
Oh, that's hard.
crazy.
Yeah, he got lucky.
Yeah.
Tim Dog was crazy.
Got lucky.
Tim Dog was
Hey.
crazy
No
like that.
way.
I remember being in, and we'll do this quick because we got to go to the next one. We were doing a show in, might have been Colombia somewhere, and they didn't have rails on the back of the stage or even coming onto the stage. It was very unsafe.
Right.
And there was a chick that was standing sort of by the corner of the stage, and the stage hands were coming up, bringing shit up to the stage, and other guys were taking things off, and one of those guys bumped her, and she fell back, like head first on the ground, like a 15-foot drop right there, man. They had to take her to the hospital, put plates in her heads, and all this other shit, man. You got to be careful when you're on a stage, especially if they don't got no rails, like guardrails for you not to fall. I always get paranoid when I see stages like that, and they're like 20 feet up or something like that, and there's nothing right there on the back end. Like on the front, you're very present of that because, like, if you're doing the show, okay, there goes the monitor,
Right.
right there. But if you're watching from the back and there's no rails, or you walk into the back and there's none of that, you get bumped or lose your footing, you're falling 20 feet.
Oh,
No thanks.
And that's not good. You're going to the hospital.
yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a 2-story fall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Make
man.
them feel good. Never.
No.
Not cool.
No. You're going to be like lawsuit.
Right.
Lawsuit. Whoever that promoter was and that venue. Like, how come you didn't have rails? Like, to protect people that are moving back and forth from the back of the stage
Right,
when it's a 20-foot drop.
Yeah.
The people working, the performers, all that. Right. You got to consider that. When I see stages like that, man, I get pissed. You got to go do the job, but like, you just think like, what kind of Mickey Mouse shit is this? When you see that, when I see it, because it's like you got to protect the people that are working up there as well as the artists that you got coming up to perform and their staff that are there to support them. You know, your sound guys, your tech guys, and all that. One of those guys falls off the stage,
right?
And it happens. I
You
mean,
don't want no one falling off the stage.
Yeah, exactly. No one
That's
falling.
the goal.
That's the goal.
Everybody on the stage,
For sure.
keep an eye open.
Keep them safe.
Yeah.
Please.
Pay attention.
Yes.
100.
But keep them safe. Put a goddamn guardrail around the back of the stage as it should be.
That'd be cool.
All right.
Yeah, no, there's definitely stages that are in need and should have rails. Like there should be no stage where you're up there where you can just walk right off the side unless you're in the front of the stage.
If you got no rails, that stage should be 5 feet up.
Right.
But if you're working a 20-foot stage, man, that shit should have rails on the side.
Yeah, that'll kill somebody.
And the back.
And just for the fun of it, a net to catch your dumb ass when you fall off.
Right.
That'd be tight.
Yep. Just saying. Next.
And we got Ozzy up in here saying, "Yo, Nate, you heard of this new cat, Bars Bolton?"
No, I haven't. But I'll check it out.
Yeah,
No
you
one
should. He's
has.
pretty good.
No. Yeah, Bars Bolton.
He's a new guy.
You'll give us some bars, Bolton.
Dope.
Bring
I'm
it.
just waiting for Marbell. And we got Kid Dover up in here saying, "Shout out to Nate. We hung out at this Memphis show for a minute. Come back soon, Nate, and much love."
Thank you so much. We're trying to get out there this year. Thank you.
And we got Kid Dover back up in here again saying, "Yo, Deftone, are Deftones coming back to Memphis soon?" He's asking for the Beale Street Fest.
Yeah, I can't say when, but we'll be back there for sure.
He's
Memphis
also
is
saying,
always fun.
He's also saying, "Be real, is Cypress coming to Memphis, right?"
I think so, yeah. At some point.
Bring it.
Yep.
And we got Martine up in here saying, "Saludos, just got home. I'm a cook at Clarkson University. Like most Mexicans, I work sun up to sun down." He's saying, "Puro jale." And he's saying, "Love coming home to a funky feel tip and a show. Thank you guys so much. And be real, can't believe you got Familia in Chihuahua."
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's jale.
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 How did we say que last time?
Okay.
No?
Esa, ella.
Que.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
All right. Jale.
Jale.
He tried so hard not to go lay.
Halle Berry.
Jale.
Halle Berry.
See what I got put up with, Nate? Monday through Friday.
We try to teach him, though. You know what I'm saying?
Go, bird.
He's learning.
He's refusing.
He's, yeah.
Halle. Say Halle.
Jale.
Oh, man. It's getting worse.
And we got MA up in here saying, "Anyone else thinking about rewatching King of the Hill series?" He's saying, "I'm 32 years old, but growing up, that show was a banger."
Nah.
Listen, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby.
I mean, it's cool, but
It's funny.
I ain't trying to go back and rewatch that.
Yeah, it is funny though.
But it is hilarious at times.
And you guys were talking about hip-hop and metal. Cyber Hangman saying, "Biohazard is one of my favorite metal hip-hop hybrid bands."
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very aggressive.
And we got Ozzy Rob back up in here saying, "I would love to try mushrooms, but here in Australia, it's highly illegal."
Oh, wow.
Bummer.
Highly nonsense.
Crap.
Yeah.
That's Bummer Town.
And that seems to be it so far.
Guess we won't be frying in Australia.
You're easy to spot on mushrooms, too, because you got this big old grin on your face
Right.
you can't wipe off.
Yeah. You sort of give yourself away, even though like no one would ever tell if you just tried to act normal. But I guess you can't.
Nah.
And that's the reason why you can't be around folks that aren't on it with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you're trying too hard to look and be normal instead of just being what you are in that moment.
Exactly. I think I tell everyone when I come up to them, like if I'm tripping, I'll tell them right away I'm tripping. Like
Yeah.
while we see each other.
Yeah.
I just best to be alone.
Like I know when like there's been times where I've entered a circle and they were tripping and I wasn't. And when I do it, I discarded myself from the circle.
Right,
I was
okay.
like, you know what? I'm out of here. I already know I'm not in the same place.
Word.
I'm like unless I'm going to drop it right now and catch up.
Right.
I got to let these guys be in their little
That's dope.
universe without my energy. And I think you got to realize that, you know what I mean? But at least be at a safe distance where if they need you, you can come help
Cool.
if someone overdid it. Which is, then it happens. Check it out. We got a mix popping off after this. Psycho Les and myself on our Twitch channel. B_Real TV is the place. We invite you to join us. If you got a Prime Amazon account, you can create your Twitch account on the monthly subscription for free and enjoy these goddamn mixes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Come join us. They happen right after this show, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 Eastern. We invite you all if you want to hear some tight shit. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna spit today, Les? You got an idea?
I never have an idea.
Me
but,
neither.
No.
I never do either.
No way.
Yeah, just you can't really plan it.
This is just a vibe.
Yeah,
Bring it.
just go with the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe next week we do the
The Clash of the Titans.
Clash mix. Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
And we're not talking about the Clash the band where we mix songs together. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Him on one set,
Sick.
myself
Yeah.
on the other.
For a turntable.
Right, okay. And
2x4,
going
is
back
that
to
what it's
back.
called?
Yeah, yeah.
2x4.
Yep.
Yeah. One of them.
Dope.
Yeah, we haven't done that for
Yeah.
it's been 6 months or something like that. We'll pop it off.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Word. But today, popping off a regular mix. Come check it out. All right. And we want to thank everybody for joining us today. We thank you for your energy. We thank you for the love and support and, the community that we've built with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we want to also thank my man, N8NOFACE, for
Thank you so much.
popping it off with us here today.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, man. This was like a dream come true. So thank you. I was probably a little nervous, but yeah.
Oh, it's all
thank you
good.
so
No,
much,
man.
man. It was dope.
First of many times you will sit in the chair with us.
Dope, man. That'd be an honor, man.
It's all love, man. You got any shout outs you want to pop off?
Just you guys and my people, Esteban Oriol, Joker brand, and then check me out March 22nd, Lodge Room.
Hell yeah.
Word up.
Okay.
C-.
Thanks to everyone here at the table. B, Nate, pleasure meeting
thank
you,
you.
man. I'm a fan, and I've seen you rock at the Mark of the Beast party over with Brandy. What up, Brandy?
Oh, yeah. hit me.
That was fun, man. And thank you for coming on the show. Steph Tone, Psycho Leezy, Javi Lopez, Treehouse Crew, Dom, Ray, Colton, Aton, Drove, everyone that watches and hangs with us every Monday through Friday here on the Dr. Greenthumb Show. And I'll see you guys tomorrow 9 a.m. on Twitch for Hip Hop Mix. And up next, Psycho Leezy.
Word up, word up. Get ready for that mix. Be real, Psycho Leezy. Shout out to everybody here at the table. Big Nate for coming through. Shout out everybody on the check. And get ready, man. It's what is it, Tuesday? Ooh, Tuesday mix. Set it off right. Hell yeah. Get ready.
Shout out the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Ray, Morning Shot Films. Shout out to the Dominator. Shout out to N8NOFACE for stopping through, and along with the Brosha as well. What's going on, Steph Tone?
Yeah. Shout out Mark Sargent, Karen B, David Weiss. Nate, very nice to meet you, man.
Good to meet
Great conversations. B, C-, Psycho Leezy, Javi Lopez, Bolton, Ray, Morning Shot Films, Taryn at Velvet Hammer, the Dominator, Aton, Pedro, all y'all in the Asylum, the 5150s, Twitch Ward, Discordies. Y'all have a great week. See you on Friday. That's it, yeah.
Plant the seeds of positivity within yourself. Then you could pass those seeds of positivity on to others. and have faith that they will do so like you have. Instead of pushing that negative shit forward, the negative thoughts about others and what they do, what they have, what you don't. Push all that aside because all that means nothing. Put positivity forward and love first. And you will find that whatever someone else has means nothing. It's about what you have and what you're building and what you can build on your own. All right? Others will put obstacles before you, whether they're physical or mental. And those are just obstacles. You can get around or over them. It's all about what you put in your mind. So, seeds of positivity, no boof, no negativity, top shelf ways of thinking, all right? Put that forward and swallow that.